Oscar Piastri has insisted that Lando Norris is not out of the title fight yet. That gap in the championship has gone down just a little bit, down to 31 points now after the Italian Grand Prix, after a very controversial Italian Grand Prix, not least of course for McLaren themselves with that team order between Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. A lot of people saying that McLaren did the wrong thing there, a lot of people saying that McLaren did the right thing there. It very much depends on your viewpoint, your opinion, and in a lot of cases as well, your nationality. The Aussies really not happy with that one, but take solace in the fact that, to be honest, I think Piastri is probably going to win the championship this year, but it is not over yet. There is still a long way to go, and Piastri himself is not writing off his teammate either. Let's have a look why here on the F1Chronicle.com as always. Now, this article was published before the Italian Grand Prix. I didn't get round to doing this one at the time, but I think a lot of the points very much do stand after the Italian Grand Prix as well. So at the Dutch Grand Prix, Norris had been running in second to Piastri when his engine failed, handing the Australian a clear run to victory and a potential decisive swing in the championship battle. With 9 races left, now it's 8, Norris would need to win the next 5 with Piastri second in each just to retake the lead. And that's something that didn't happen at the Italian Grand Prix either, of course. Now, he did finish ahead of him, but the fact that it was second and third rather than first and second, it's a smaller points gap. It's just 3 points rather than 7 between those two positions. But the 24-year-old championship leader insists the fight is far from over, saying, quote, "It's a bit more difficult now, but I don't expect much to change. I think we'll race each other the same way. We're both trying to be as fast as we can. It's not like we've been holding anything back. I've had a much bigger gap than this in the juniors, and it is pretty much erased before the final round. So for me, the approach is still exactly the same." End quote. McLaren has won 12 of the 15 races so far this season. 12 out of 16 now, guys. You guys are getting sloppy. A level of dominance that Piastri has admitted he did not anticipate. Saying, quote, "The gap to everyone else and the amount of wins, that's probably the most surprising one. To have that many wins and to have a car and a team that has been so dominant, that's been the biggest surprise. The car has been a joy to drive." End quote. Norris, meanwhile, has vowed to keep fighting, but admitted the team's runaway advantage has made the battle more frustrating, saying, quote, "We are so dominant as a team that it almost makes my life harder. Otherwise, yeah, it's still to an effect, may the best man win. If that's the case at the end of the season, then I'll respect that." End quote. Of course, again, it's most likely to be McLaren 1-2s and McLaren 2-3s for the end of the season. I mean, they've been on the podium every single round except for Canada. So to get a big point swing over one race, you would have to have a retirement, whether it is a mechanical retirement, whether it is down to a skill issue, someone running off the track or something like that. That's the only way it's going to happen. And like I said a bit ago, I'm sure Piastri hasn't had a mechanical retirement in years in Formula 1. The guy's only been in F1 for 2.5 years, but he's hardly ever retired from a race at all for any reason, let alone a mechanical retirement. Norris also added that he hopes to claw back the deficit without relying on misfortune for his teammate, saying, quote, "I just wish that I can find the last little bit that I can still win the championship without anything happening. If I lose the championship by those points, then I just have to keep my chin up and try again next year. In the end, if Oscar's done a better job, I'll give him credit for it." And of course, we head to Azerbaijan next. We've got a week break this weekend, and then we're heading over to Baku. A very difficult circuit, a circuit where Lando Norris messed up in qualifying last year, but came back very well in the race to get 4th place overall by the finish. Oscar Piastri put on an absolute masterclass to hold up a much faster Charles Leclerc during that Grand Prix. So both of them come in good form in that one. Obviously, Lando Norris finishing ahead of Oscar Piastri at Italy, but Piastri didn't need to risk anything. Second and third suits him just fine. Absolutely no problem there whatsoever. So we'll see what happens, guys. 8 rounds remaining, 2 more sprints, I think. Yeah, 2 more sprints for the remainder of the season. It's bound to get very interesting, and I can't wait to see it, guys. Your thoughts in the comments below. Who is going to win the championship this year? I want to hear you have to say, as always. People are backing Oscar Piastri. I'm backing Oscar Piastri personally, but Lando fans, get down there. Have your say. Like, share, comment, subscribe, as always, if you guys want to see more of this. Have a fantastic day wherever you're in the world today, and we'll see you very soon.